Help me reach 500 subscribers. I noticed it before she said a single word. She walked in like everything was normal, suitcase rolling behind her, smile ready, voice light, asking if I missed her. I didn't answer. My eyes stayed on her neck. Just below her jaw, slightly dark, not hidden, not accidental. A hickey. Fresh. Bold. Careless. In that moment, something in me went quiet. Not angry. Not shocked. Quiet. Like a door closing without a sound. She kept talking. About the retreat. About the team-building exercises. About how exhausting it was. I nodded once, maybe twice. I don't remember what she said next because my mind was already moving somewhere else. I wasn't thinking about who did it. I wasn't imagining scenes. I wasn't replaying memories. I was thinking about how easy it must have been for her to walk back into this house believing I would miss it, excuse it, or explain it away for her. I finally asked one question. Not about the mark. Not about the retreat. I asked how her flight was. She hesitated. Just a fraction of a second. Most people would miss it. I didn't. That pause told me more than any confession ever could. She answered too quickly, too rehearsed. I nodded again. Calm. Controlled. I could feel her watching me, waiting for something. A reaction. An accusation. A crack. I gave her nothing. That night, she showered and changed and came to bed like she always did. She turned toward me, her hand brushing my arm, testing the temperature. I stayed still. Not asleep. Just still. Silence has weight when you use it correctly. She shifted, uncomfortable now, unsure. The mark on her neck stayed uncovered. Almost defiant. Almost like she wanted me to see it. I wondered if she was disappointed that I hadn't reacted yet. The next morning I made coffee like usual. I packed my lunch. I asked if she wanted eggs. She said yes, then watched me closely while I cooked. Her eyes kept drifting back to my face, searching. People think confrontation is power. They're wrong. Information is power. Control is power. Silence is power. I let her sit with her thoughts while I collected my own. When she finally asked if something was wrong, I looked at her and smiled. Not warmly. Not cruelly. Neutrally. I said no. I said everything was fine. That smile unsettled her more than any shouting match ever could. She touched her neck then, subconsciously. Covered the mark. Too late. I saw her realize it. The exact moment she understood, I knew. She left for work uneasy. I stayed home and sat at the kitchen table longer than necessary. I replayed the last few years, not with nostalgia but with clarity. The late meetings. The new passwords. The distance disguised as independence. None of it felt dramatic now. It felt obvious. Like a story I had already read but refused to finish. When she came home that evening, the house felt different. Not colder. Just quieter. She tried again, casually mentioning the retreat, laughing a little too loud, offering details I hadn't asked for. I listened politely. Then I asked her who Mark was. The name slipped out smoothly without emphasis. Her face changed instantly. Blood drained. Shoulders stiffened. She didn't ask how I knew. That told me everything. She cried. Apologized. Explained. Said it meant nothing. Said it was a mistake. Said she felt lonely. Said it didn't change how she felt about me. I let her talk until she ran out of words. When she finished, I thanked her for finally being honest. That confused her. She expected anger. She expected bargaining. She expected tears. She didn't expect acceptance. I told her I wasn't going to argue. I wasn't going to compete. I wasn't going to ask for reassurance. I said trust doesn't fracture loudly. It erodes quietly, one choice at a time. I told her the hickey wasn't the betrayal. It was the confidence behind it. The belief that she could carry another man's mark into our home and still be safe. That night, I slept in the guest room. Not out of spite. Out of clarity. In the morning, I handed her a list of boundaries written calmly without emotion. Transparency. Space. Time. I told her reconciliation wasn't guaranteed. It was something she would have to earn, not request. Her hands shook as she read it. For the first time, she understood the shift. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't threaten to leave. I didn't promise to stay. I simply stopped protecting her from the consequences of her choices. And that, more than anything else, changed the power between us forever.